If you found me on your feed, then your guides have a little message that they want to relay through me right now. My name is Sophia. It's lovely to have you here. All morning, I've been seeing this vision of like a road breaking in two, right? Breaking into like a crossroads. So who I'm speaking to right now, I know has been going on like a new journey. Business, career, way of being, something that is related to your soul's purpose, your mission here on earth. And I think that you are really intuitive. So you have been picking up the signs, following the breadcrumbs, as so to speak. And yeah, so we have the Fool here, a new journey. And we're at a point right now where you feel like you have been following the signs, as we've said, following everything that spirit, your guides have been telling you. And it feels that there is an emptiness. There is like a delay almost. Maybe you had anticipated that something would have opened up, like something would be easier in a way. And it feels almost like you are having to defend this new path, this new venture that you are doing, because on the outside, it seems that it's not working, okay? It seems that it's not working. So we have the 9 of Wands here and we have the 7 of Wands here. It feels very much that you have to defend basically what your guides and your inner teacher is telling you right now, because the outer reality is not yet matching up. And what I'm hearing now from my guides is patience. It's patience. It isn't that these things aren't working. It's just that certain things need to line up in place for everything to come to fruition, right? You're building things, and it takes, so King of Swords, it takes time, okay? And rather than try to deny and doubt where like it's not going right, it's to take more of a logical approach we have with the King of Swords, and to remember, like, to try to not be so emotionally attached, if that makes sense, even though it's really difficult, right? Because obviously you're putting stuff in, you're making a big risk. And that's what I sense, that the person that I'm speaking to right now is someone that has been really risking it, really following that intuitive call, and then being like, hey guys, what is going on? Like, what is going on? And it is like the guidance here, like my guides are coming in strong, is patience. It's really to have patience. It's really to take more of a logical approach now, more of a not intellectual, but a steady approach, like understanding that, you know, when you plant a seed, it takes time for it to grow, okay? And that you are not wrong in following the calls of your heart. But at the same time, when we follow the calls of our heart, sometimes we expect like a path to be a certain way. And when it's not the way that we anticipated, we think that we are doing something wrong. But the guidance from the universe, the guidance from your guides are never going to lead you in the wrong direction. They're always going to serve you the exact thing that you need right now, the exact thing that you require to move on to the next step. And sometimes when we put too much outcome, too much like an expected outcome, and even we may say to ourselves, right, like, I did not expect that outcome, but you realize when you don't get what you expected that you expected something. And that's the kind of message here, is to, and I think with the Fool, you know, the Fool's number in numerology is 0. And that's really like the starting point before we make a decision. So it basically can encompass like anything is possible. And it's the understanding that you need to allow your mind to go to a place where you expect the unexpected, and not to think that because you're not getting served what you thought, you are not in the right direction. Like, all of the signs that you followed, all of the pools that you followed are not leading you to the right place that you are in, because you are in the right place. This is like the confirmation that's coming strong right now, is that you are in the right place. Let's pull an oracle card here and see for further confirmation. You're in the right place for exactly your path, right? You're listening. This is what the guys are saying, is like, well done, you're listening to everything. It's just trying to, so we have the ripple effect. Part of something bigger, details are taken care of. So yeah, it's really like stop stressing about those small, minute details, because by you stressing about that, which I know is hard, because I think for some of you, this is like things to do with finances, right? And that is where like the trust is being tested. That's where the trust is being tested, because it feels like it's not going to work out in the way that you wanted it to work out, the way that you thought it was going to work out if you took this risk. And the guys are saying it's going to be better. The guys are saying that there is an element of trust here. It's an element of trust, and it's also an element of using like your logical mind to know that certain things take time, in a way. Okay, it's a bit of a like contradicting message a little bit. But it is kind of seeing, I think, in the day-to-day, like, of your lives, you know, like making sure that you are doing everything that would be bringing what you anticipate into fruition in your lives, grounding it in from the ether to the physical. That is like the message of that, but also trusting and surrendering that all the details, all of the things are going to work out in a way that you could not have written, like in a way that is so magical, that is gonna really just shock you. Okay, and it is like it's a weird time, right? Because I think a lot of us are going through these major transformations, and we are being pulled in directions that we do not like know, and that feels really scary, because there's no way to predict what's going to happen next. And I just pull another card, ride the waves. Learn the lessons, yeah, because it isn't a straightforward path for you. Like, this isn't a straightforward path, and it may have felt that maybe taking these signs will mean that things get easy, and it's not to say that that's not going to come, but there are still lessons here to learn, what your guides want you to understand. But a big one is like trusting the process, trusting your heart, because if you have tapped into these signs that are so strong, right? And if you've been following this calling, even if your outer reality is not yet reflecting that knowing, like that knowing is not wrong. Like, you have to trust your heart's calling. Trust your heart's calling. It's like, now I'm seeing a vision basically of like a heart with like chains around it, right? And like, almost like the trust, the knowing is the thing that's going to break those chains, right? So I think right now, for everyone that I'm speaking to, it is that strong message of keeping, like, trusting yourself, trusting your guides, trusting the path that you've been led on, and releasing the ideas of what it should look like, because it is exactly what it should be. And just because it feels like it's not working out doesn't mean that it is not working out. There's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes that you can't comprehend, we can't comprehend. And when it comes to following messages from our spirit guides, I get this all the time. You know, we only get a little small slice, because we're still here to be human, and we're still here to integrate certain lessons. And the lesson here, or one of the lessons, is learning how to like demonstrate trust in your path, demonstrate trust in your heart, in your inner knowing. It's a strengthening of your intuition, because who I'm speaking to right now are really intuitive people, right? They are like, they know, but they don't trust themselves. And this is also coming up, is this lesson of deep trust, deep reverence for the ways that the universe pulls you, for the ways that we are led. And yeah, it's keep going and have lots of patience. That's the message for today. I hope that reached someone. I hope that resonated, and have a lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow.